Thank you for joining us at Wealth Plan TV. Today we're looking at debt management and we're joined by Pat Baker from Signpost Financial Solutions. Hi Pat, how are you?
Hello there.
Tell us a little bit about what Signpost Financial Solutions does.
We offer a range of services, right from people who want to save up for a deposit for a home, to budget planning for those who think they may be needing some help to get over some bumps, through to residential mortgages, investment mortgages as well. So we do planning for clients who want to get on the ladder, and we also help those people that are on the ladder that may be encountering some difficulties.
Okay, thank you. You can see that we have somebody who's dealing with debt, but first the clients who Pat is dealing with have dealt with their goals and their cash flow management as well. Pat, what I wanted to talk about today particularly was the difference between good debt and bad debt. And I thought that, seeing you're so smiley, I'd give you the bad debt.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm very good at bad debt.
Oh, I can imagine, aren't we all?
With it, I'm the shopaholic's delight. Bad debt,
Yes, please.
is primarily a debt which tends not to go away. You've got no benefits, you buy a car, you immediately have depreciation. You're still paying through the nose for the interest rate. You've got no leverage because other than a secured loan, there's not much else to recommend it. So bad debt is that which brings no benefits.
A car, when you buy it, might be worth 30,000,
Mm-hmm.
and you borrow 30,000. How much would it cost you to pay back 30,000 over a period of a car loan?
Well, you're talking, I would say double.
Double.
Yes, if it's a, say, 5 or 7 year period.
Yep.
It is a very, very expensive commodity.
Okay,
But
so-
of course, you drive away from the car yard.
Yeah, happy. So let's say then that that's 45,000 you're paying back.
Yep.
And when your car's paid back, the car you paid 30,000 for, what's it worth?
Oh, maybe a fraction of that, 15,000,
Yeah.
depending on mileage and condition and whatever. But yes, it's nowhere near.
Okay. So that might be a definition of a bad debt compared with property. Let's say you bought a property for 300,000.
Yep.
How much would you pay back over a loan of say 300,000? Do you think?
It's always doubled.
Always double.
Always doubled.
So
It's
you pay
from the
600,000?
700,000 back.
And in 25 years, how much would the property maybe be worth that you paid 300,000 for?
The old adage, which is now no longer correct, you normally double your money in 7 years. This is completely blown out of the water now, and one would tend to go for 10 years,
Okay.
depending on market forces.
So we've doubled it 2.5 times. So we paid. So with a property which we're calling good debt, we've borrowed 300,000, paid back 600,000 for a property that's worth 750,000,
Correct.
and that's leverage as well, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
So you get the benefits, obviously, of some, if it's an investment property, of relief. If it's not investment property, you're living in it.
Yes.
So it's rent. Plus, of course, you've got the capital growth over the time.
Indeed. So let's go back to control now.
Okay.
Let's say that we've got a piece of superb debt. Right?
Yes.
It was the right property at the right
time,
price
yeah.
and the right mortgage at the right time,
Yes.
but the person can't afford it.
Then it's the wrong property with the wrong debt, and the timing issue is absolutely crucial.
Exactly, yes. Let's just assume that some viewers out there have some problems with debt.
Yeah.
And let's further assume that that might be credit card related, because I can't recall the last time I was in a supermarket and saw somebody pay with cash. Let's say that you had a client like that. Well, could you just walk us through the steps that you take to try and help them? Just
Okay.
what would be important for them to understand and what would be important for you to do on their behalf?
Okay. There's two facets for that. First of all, they've got to do a budget, so we know where the money's going,
Mm-hmm.
because unless we know that, we don't know really how capable they are of actually paying any money back.
Exactly.
That's number one. Once they actually get a handle on that, then we know what we can do. There's normally people who don't have just one credit card. It's usually a multitude. I think one had 8.
Yes.
that I dealt with.
Because there's a special offer and
Yep.
they
It's
consolidate cards and
It
consolidate
rolls on,
cards.
but they never cancel them,
No.
unfortunately. So then we just make a list of the credit cards you've got, the debt, the limit, and also the amount of interest that's being paid. If you can roll some over to a lower interest rate,
Yep.
I am mindful of the fact that sometimes it's a very low interest rate for 6 months.
Yes.
If these people are not going to get their debt reduced in 6 months, then they're going to be in just as much trouble.
We've added to the problem.
Yeah, we've added to the problem, but they're the first 2 steps, and then we try to manage or plate spin, manage the ones at the bottom,
Yep.
and go hell for leather for the ones that are costing more,
Okay.
and we manage them out of a problem. But you can only do that with the cooperation of the clients.
Yep. There's 2 ways of structuring those. So do you have a preference for paying off the smallest balance on the credit card first or the largest interest rate first?
Largest interest rate.
Okay.
If you can knock the largest ones down, that frees it up, because the largest interest rate would normally be the largest repayment amount per month, the minimum. So we try and get those first, and then the client can see that at least that it's going down the pecking order.
Yes.
I mean, if I find that a client is really upset, then on those circumstances, I may review it. I may say, look, come on, we can do this too quickly, and then we'll really, I just...
Yep. I found that also. I found that often it's better to, not better, if there's a low balance card, it's better to get that out the way, even if it's at 8% and you've got 21% debt, because it's a step. And often people who are in trouble with debt, I find, are in a somewhat desperate, really. And actually seeing progress is like a light shining sometimes.
Yeah. I've actually had, not here, but I had it in the UK, where I had a client, similar situation. And I said, look, don't worry, don't worry. Just bring the bills to me and we'll sit down together. And she bought 3 carrier bags, and none of those had an envelope that was opened. And she just put them on the desk.
Well, that's fine. You don't want to have bad news, do you?
We don't, no one likes bad news. But again, a lot of them was just reminders on reminders on reminders.
Yeah.
And all it takes is a telephone call. And I find that sometimes it's better for us to step in to say that we are her financial helper, advisor, and we are taking control. We are actually helping her to do that. And I find that people tend to then listen to us, and we can cut through a lot of the misinformation.
Pat, look, thank you very much for sharing your expertise with us.
That's all right.
It's really good. If you are in a situation where debt is beginning to wear you down, please seek some help. The solutions are really not too complex. As Pat has alluded, they just might be a simple matter of collecting them, organising them, establishing your ability to settle the debts. You might need to cut down on the cappuccinos, I don't know. Maybe you have enough money in the budget, it's just poorly controlled. If you're in a poor debt situation, please seek help. Thank you very much, and we'll look forward to seeing you after the break.